Well, this is Father Adam, and today is May 22nd, my 10th priestly anniversary. And when I think of priests who have celebrated 50 or 60 years of being priests, those are milestones. 10 years is like a kidney stone. And so often in our lives, we may feel like I often feel going through the struggles and pains and problems of life, and even in the priesthood, that, we haven't passed that kidney stone yet. But I'm very happy to be here with all of you on this, the morning of my anniversary, to fix you some pancakes. Some banana, flaxseed, low carb, low fat pancakes to make the day flow smoothly. And in order for the day to flow smoothly, we start off with some flaxseed pancakes to get things flowing because they're high fiber. So I have some walnuts that have been roasting in the oven. Okay, there they are. They've been roasting and they're nicely roasted, as you can see. So this much. Okay, and there I'm gonna turn the oven off. So there are my walnuts, and because nuts are great. They have really good fat in them, excellent fat in them. And here I'm drinking some coffee, black coffee. If you look at diet pills, that is the number one ingredient in diet pills. It's coffee or caffeine. So caffeine starts, our body going and gets things flowing and increases your metabolism, so it's great for you. That's what I always do. You have to start off the day with some great coffee, and I drink coffee throughout the day. I've got my pan here that has been heating, and I'm going to kind of turn it down. It's my pancake pan. And I have my bowl, 2 eggs. I have some really good eggs. There we go. Así que estos son los pancakes, los panqueques del Padre Adam, ¿no? Contienen la linaza, mucha fibra para que todo salga bien durante el día y al principio del día para que todo salga bien también, ¿no? Okay, so 2 eggs. I beat them up. I put some water in there. And we beat them up. Ugh. There we go. That was my timer for the walnuts. Para que no se me quemaran, for them not to burn. Alright, so maybe a little more water. Kind of gauge it. 4 tablespoons with 2 eggs. That's enough water, ¿no? Como 4 cucharadas de agua para 2 huevos, ¿no? Así que ustedes ven que comienzo yo mi día con huevos, ¿no? Siempre un buen día comienza con los huevos. Okay, so then I have my dry ingredients, and I have some interesting flours here. This is lupin flour, high protein lupin flour. It's got 80 calories in 1/4 of a cup, 10 grams of dietary fiber. So I just use a little bit of it, okay? And all of my dry ingredients I sift first. So maybe use a tablespoon of that lupin flour, okay? There, okay? And sift it. There. See, because there's lumps that have stayed in there. So I sift it. Then I have some low carb baking mix. Okay? Low carb baking mix. Also about a tablespoon of that in here. So that will make the flour rise, make the pancakes rise really nicely. Okay, there we go. Jesus, before the resurrection, he was always about making food for his disciples, for the apostles. He always made food for them. Always made food for them. But after the resurrection, when Jesus comes back, he says, "Have you anything to eat here?" He says, "Give me food. I want you now to give me food." Why? Because whereas before the resurrection, he gave us food. But now, after the resurrection, it's our turn to provide food for one another, to nourish one another. Absolutely important. And here I have some whole brown flax seeds, okay, and I'm gonna grind them up in a coffee grinder. A couple tablespoons. Just a couple tablespoons of the flax seeds. So this is our job. That's why it's so very important for all of us to know that we are now to nourish one another. Okay, there we go. Grind them up. Okay. Nicely ground. I put them in there. That provides good fiber and excellent fat. Really good fat. It has very low saturated fat. You need some fat. Your brain does need fat. So even though this is low fat, it's not fat free because we all need fat. Okay, and this is what it kind of looks like. There we go. Now, I found this wonderful thing. It's monk fruit sweetener. It's natural, and it in remote mountain highlands of Asia, Buddhist monks achieved enlightenment through meditation, prayer, and pure living. The monks discovered a rare fruit prized for its sweetness. So this is natural. This sacred fruit was named monk fruit and was used in elixirs to increase energy. So this is absolutely fantastic. It's natural. It's not anything that is artificial, and that's what I use to sweeten them up. So I put, a couple of teaspoons in there. Depends on how sweet you like it. The sweet pancakes make for sweet days. There we go. And then I have this also Lakanto pancake and waffle mix, and it has 50 calories in a quarter cup, 11 grams of dietary fiber, only 6 grams of net carb. So this is great. Put like a couple tablespoons of that in. There we go. And I sift it. It looks like too much. There we go. And stir that in. You can tell kind of the consistency now. It looks absolutely fantastic. If it looks to be too thick, you can always add some water, because remember, those flax seeds have, maybe add another teaspoon or a couple of teaspoons of water, because remember, those flax seeds, they thicken things up. So there you go, okay? And the consistency here. And they are delicious pancakes. Okay, then I put a banana in. Okay. I squeeze it with my hands. And I'll show you what it looks like in just a second. There you go. See? Ooh. Mix it really well. Okay. Now I'm gonna take the walnuts that I've roasted and cut them up. them in there. Aquí estoy yo cocinando el desayuno. Okay, there you go. And then whatever is left over, are good snacks throughout the day. Okay. There we go. Banana walnut pancakes. And now you have to spray the pan. I just used some pan easy cleanup. No, nothing artificial in there. Okay, so now the pan is nice and hot. Okay, and don't make them too large because it's going to be hard for you to flip them. So kind of like that, okay? Not too large, remember. It's easier to flip them if they're not so big. If they're large, it's going to be harder for you to flip them. Okay. And yeah, that's one pan of delicious pancakes. You can put some blueberries on top of them if you'd like. Maybe I'll do that for a couple of them. And I just use frozen blueberries, and the reason is because then they keep longer. So I'm just gonna put. Don't overwhelm them with the blueberries because they kind of fall apart. Okay, so like that. Maybe I'll make 3 of them with blueberries. Blueberries have good antioxidants. They're good for you. Healthy eating. Don't overload them with the blueberries, like I said. Okay, there. And now they're cooking, as you can see. Okay, so this is my gift to all of you for my anniversary. Absolutely fantastic. So here, the way to flip them, okay, like that. Ugh, isn't that perfect? There we go. Now the key here is a hot pan. If you have a hot pan, it's going to be easy to flip them. Look how perfect they came out. Okay. There we go. And this is a very medium heat. Okay, now you can kind of increase it maybe a little bit. Alright. And they look absolutely delicious. Absolutely delicious pancakes. And this is my gift to all of you for my anniversary. Because I wouldn't be a priest if it wasn't for all the people who continue to pray for me and to sacrifice for me. And I'm a priest for all of you. What would I be without each and every one of you in my life? No, este es mi regalo para ustedes en mi aniversario, mi 10º aniversario. Okay? So you want to let these cook for a bit because, look, this is how they're coming out. You can kind of flip them again, but you want to make sure that the insides are cooked. Okay? There we go. Wow, that looks Perfect. Good pancakes. So, enjoy the pancakes. There. There we go.